Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Core for Annie. Today we will to see here the notification with the login screen and splash screen flow need to set here. If you user not login, so first of all logins and then after the open the notification tab screen need to automatically open. If you user not match the user ID, then not any operation performs. You need to not open the notification screen detail. Let's start. First of all, we need to create here the login for need to import here the share preferences. We need to explain in the some previous video into food delivery app, and I will share the info button inside these video URLs, and you can check the info buttons. Now need to import here the first of all inside we need to share preferences. We need to add here the space, and you need to put share preference here. Now share, and today we need to not explain the share preference comment functions. We need to copy and paste. You can see the previous video. You can understand easily. And now need to create here the globe files. To create new file, now need to copy globes, copy this and need to paste here. And we need to reference give the this preference inside the main. We need to copy another project to paste here. And start one globally defined this share preference, and we need to import the dependency here. And then after we need to give the reference, we need to assign this value here, and we need to set this here, and done. Now we need to fix this issue here. We need to import here the main file first of all. Then after we need to import here the found services, and we need to no need to this once to remove chance. We need to import here JSON converter here, and to no need to this remove this, and we need to replace to app name with the push name, push notifications. And we now save this, and this globe are the dependent here. And now need to develop here two screen. First of all the play screens, then after we need to develop the login screen. We need to develop. Let's start. We need to create here new files dash to write down here the play screen, and this first view. I'm not design only to your custom. You can set your designs. Need to only put here the icons. Now need to create here the scaffold, set full widget, and need to write down here the play screen view, and we need to import here the material themes. Let we need to define here the scaffold, and then after we need to declare here body, and need to create here the center tag, and need to define here the icon. Write down here the here the app icon. Oops. And to set here size, 100. I'm only design here the basic play screen. You can set on where to create this screen. Now save this, and this play screen are done. And with two here one configuration methods. We need state, we need to set here. Need to write here something text. I will write here functions load screen, and to set here for the play screen view. How many times display screen need to set here to wait, and to write down here the features. Set here, yeah, set here const duration. Set here 3-second delay set for the play screen, and after we to call here the another lines we need to void load screen process here to write here navigators. Push to materials routes to use here push remove until, and to the material routes to set here text. Const to write down with the worms view, and will this flow, and we to configure here the first of all the next load to call this function here, and then after we need to write here to save. We need to set here the play screen logic, and let me need to test here the work or not work. Need to run this app here. Sorry, you need to configure first of all the display screens inside the main view. I forget this. Set here screen path. Now need to initialize, terminate, to import this, save this, and need to run again. And we need to check here the play screen work or not. We need to test inside the app. This app run. It's time to develop here the login screen. I'm not developed with the API. I need to set the static 2 buttons. For the first one button is the user login one, and second one button the set as a second user. Set here and statically login. If you can use the API, you can set the on way to configure. I am only set here the logic how to work. Now need to create here the scaffold right here, and then need to create here the scaffold screen. And now we need to create the key and create here the center. 2 buttons we need to develop here. Now app is run and check here the direct. Wait 3 seconds to play screen, then automatically open the home screen. Need to now play screen at the setting done. Now we need to create here the login screen. Now to develop here the center and to set here childs as a columns. Need to set here and need to set here the main axis sizes. We need to set here the minimum. Then after we need to create here child and write down here the static buttons. So we need to set here text button, login user 1 and login user 2. We need to set 2 buttons here and write down login and to set 12. Now need to give the height space. We need to set here height space and we need to buttons value, and then after we need to create here the second buttons user login to set here. Run this thing. Okay, now save this and need to here define here the static. First of all, need to go inside the main and need to write down here the main user payload. Need to write here and to give it the default value. And then after we need to for the redirection for to direct start the app and press the notification to open the screen. Then we need to wait something. That's why I need to use here the if user not login. That's why I need to use for push redirection flag. We need to use here. Get down here the redirect by default as a false. If app has opens, that we did not use to no use the any this variable. If user app not login and press the notifications, then we need to use this flag and this variable we need to use here the push payload. Now set done, and we need to give here first of all the assign jobs use here. If user check here the flag and to get the user login flag. If true, then we need to assign this user payload here. Probe user payload. Okay, now we need to copy these functions and we need to configure here the play screen inside. We need to which screen open. Need to configure here. And we need to use here the else part. Okay. Now we need to put this user not login, then open the login view. screen open here. Okay, now save these files and we need to check here. And with to one more change, we need to initialize test. We need to change this line to no need to declare here because we need to use play screens. Then we need to define here the after the load this screen. Then we need to set these options here and to import here to set here. After play screen load, after the initialize post notification helper initialize, because we need to use here the play screen 3 second delay. That's why I need to initialize here, because otherwise not get the need notification informations under the issue. That's why I need to use here. And now we need to main screen or the save this. And we need to write down here the button logic for the login 1 and 2. We need to write down here the common functions to provide user login process. And we need to pass here the map object for the login payload. That here. Now we need to configure here first of all the set here the user payload equal to login user payload. We need to set here, and we need to call here this function first of all user logins, and we need to create here the self payload. We need to write down here the user ID, set statically that as a 1, and then after we need to create here the username, write down here the name, and to user 1, and now need to copy it and need to write down here the second user static login. Need to set here user 2, user ID as a 2, and need to pass here user 2. And now set this, and now need to configure here the set here the loops, and need to set here the this payload that inside. Need to give here the user payload, and after we need to set here the name that has user payload. This global key we need to use here, and to one flag 1 here for the login. Use that bull that here 2, and we need to give here the globes user logins. We need to set here like runs. Now we need to use here the navigation screen. We need to put here. We need to copy and the play screen. Use this here to copy, and we need to paste here the login screen. After the login successfully, redirect the home screen. And now this is the set. This is the login buttons to set, and now need to some configuration with to set here the change inside the home. Need to first of all the create here the columns, and need to specify which user are the logins. Need to set here to write down here columns. Now we need to copy this and need to write down here text login by. And we need to initialize the username here to get here the user payload first of all, and we need to get the user value here. user field get named string optional no name set. If you not get the name, then to set here the no name set here, and we to pass this variable here. And now we need to write down here to remove first of all this const value and to set here. Now we need to create here the text button for the logout. On press process for the logout and get text. Here the logout. And we need to set here the const value we need to set here. And set here the globe files inside. Oops. Fully set full. Set here the false and to set group. Name as down to logins. And now we need to oops. Set here the user flag as a flag. And now we need to redirect the login screen. If press the logout to go play screens, and we need to use this and we need to put here the logout buttons set here. Save this, and here the login flow are the dones, and we need to set here the stop cross axis to give it the main axis alignment. We need to set here center display for the group. And now we need to log out and test the login flow working good or not. Then after we need to configure the login with the notifications click event with the login or not logins UI to configure. Let's first of all restart this app here. Now app is restart done, and we need to open directly because not login here any users. That's why I need to open this login screen. Now we need to log in the user 1 and we need to click here login 1 buttons and to log in the user 1 done. Now log out and check the user 2 to log in as a user 2 and log out done. This is the flow working goods. If you user login and then restart this app, automatically open this home screen to check this flow. First of all, to restart this app, okay, now automatically work here to open the login screen, not login here home screen opens. Here this login flow setup done. Now we need to configure with the push notification tab event to configure. Now we need to write down here the new functions for the void. Need to open notification screen. And we need to write down here this bit to set here, and we need to set this value and this, call this function to set this. Okay, now we need to set here some conditions for the, before we need to call this open event to check here some conditions. Need to write down here. To no need this initialize message inside this configuration, and to remove this, to give always the delay 300 millisecond, and after call these functions we need here, no need these functions, we need to remove. Save this. Now we need to here configure here the value. If we need to check here, need to first of all the configure how to pass here the user login or not to check. First of all need here set the user login, need set here the one flag. If you true, so we need to check user login or not, is flag 2, and we need to set here the user ID for the which user current logins we need to test easily check. This is the send user ID match with the login ID. Need to check for the use pass here the user ID. This is for the payload we need to set and need to configure here. Now we need to check here first of all the user login need or not to identify. First of all need to write down here payload data, and we need to check here user login need to write down here the to string, write down here if need, not need user login, not need. Then we need to direct execute this line, open the screen directly here. If you need, so we need to first of all check here the log app inside the logins, check first of all. We need to log dots user login, do not user here, check inside not user login. Then we need to pass here first of all the open the flag for the login. Need to use here the this main flag, need to use push redirection. After login we need to use this payload, need to go inside the push and to set here this payload as a hit true, and we need to give here the push payload, set here the object. Need to save this data in the temporary inside the system RAM now, and need to return these functions, not need to write because we need to set here the conditions, and here app inside the user login, Now need to check here the user logins and payload for user ID match or not. Need to check here to use here the payload object and to use here the user ID. The toString equal to, and to check here the user payload, the user ID are the match or not. String and start into set here notifications payload user ID not match to print here, and no any operation need to perform because this current user are the not match here. That's why I need to skip the open screen. To print this log here, because both are the user ID are the different login user different ID another's and payload user ID another. That's why I need to not operation any operation perform here because the not match the user ID. That's why now you match here the user ID, need to call these functions notifications screen open, need to call and pass this done, and you need to configure this and you need to set this value. To write down here user ID current, set this. Now need to configure this value how to set. After the login, need to redirect the automatically this screen. Need to go inside the logins and need to write down here the functions. Need to check here redirection is equal to true, and need to set here false. Need to set, and need to wait here the things need to set some delay. No need to set delay because already one notifications functions here. And we took past here the push period. Set the okay. Now if you user notification click on the tab and user not logins, this case if user login this flow that work this flow. Now need to check and configure test here. First of all the close this app and restart again this app. Now all coding are done and we need to test the all cases. Need to test here one by one all cases we need to test here, and no need to iOS app testing inside because both are the coding are the same, no any difference. That's what here working this flow automatically work inside the iOS app. No need to test inside the iOS flow because already previous video inside the notification logic are the test 100% working, and I will give to sorority. Now I am waiting for the screen, and now run this screen. Done here. And we to get here the vegetable tokens. And we need to receive your token. Need to copy and need to put inside the here. Now set the, and now this app inside the user one login need to set here the user ID 1 and need to fire this push and test this case if user logins and send this push and need to tap on this notification, open the detail screen. Now here automatically open the detail screen. Now this if you user logins and app open, that's need to redirect the detail screen. Now need to set in the background and need to fire again this push and need to open tab in this push notifications. Now open the detail screen, working goods. Now need to exit tab to terminate forcefully and to send this push here. And we need to open this push here. And now need to first of all the run as a play screen. Then after the home screen go and automatically open the detail screen. Now this flow are done with the login screen. And now need to first of all the log out and after need to check this flow working or not. Now need to log out and to exit. First of all check foreground inside with login flow, need to test. Now need to fire and need to click here, open the tab and need to try to log in this user and automatically open the detail screen because you need to click inside the notification waiting for the logins and then automatically this logic are the calls here for the login. Need to explain here. This flag are the true for the tab receive here. We need to go inside push notification. This flow execution here, if then user can click on the tabs, need to check here user logins needed true, condition execute true. In here user not login, that's when it to get this here response and to set two flags and user can login after the here and need to check here if need the push redirections. Need to set first of all false and need to open again the notification flow execute. That's why I need to open here the detail screen. Now need to change here inside the postman change user and need to check change the user and we need to send this push. Now we need to try to login here tab but not open the any screen because we need to different user ID for the set this push, that's why not to open and we need to run one time again and we need to explain with the log. Now we need to run again and we need to wait for the this event we need to get here. Different login user are difference and push user are the difference, that's why not skip this screen. We need to set here the breakpoints here, we need to set breakpoints and need to execute this line. Now restart this app and then need to configure fire again this push Now restart app. Now I am waiting for the start this app and with to display with the log. You can easily understand this point. Now need to fire the different user ID. You need to here the login user ID 1 and need to fire as a user ID 2. That's why this case we need to not skip, need to fire. And to tap this push, no any operation performs inside here because we need to get here the breakpoints and need to next go step check here both our user are the difference. That's why I need to get this skip, open the screen, skip this screen, get this log. Okay, now done. And now we need to terminate this app. We need to check first of all log out. First of all logouts and we need to terminate this screen and we need to fire this push and fire this push. Now we need to receive this push and we need to click on this tab. And we need to set here user login 2 and automatically open the redirection 2 and get here user ID 2. This is the flow of the login user with waiting for the login and then after the open screen need to automatically open. This is the flow done and now need to without any configuration, no need to here the login details. We need to remove these two lines and to check this push open or not screen, check here. Now need to click here and to automatically open the detail screen because we need to remove here the configuration, no need to any user. Need to set this. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you new user, to please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icons and please share this video. And user cannot watch full video, only see the starting and after need to skip because we need to put here the share source codes. That's why not need to next time to if you like perform this type the we need to not share the source code inside the GitHub because user not see the full video. Please try to watch full video. If you have any question, so please write down in the comment sections. I will check and help you. And everyone have a nice day and goodbye.